Hello, beautiful mamas, and welcome to the number one Inspired Mamas Extraordinaire. I'm Debbie Page, your host, and I'm here to help you embrace your journey of motherhood with intention, grace, and joy. So today, we're talking about something that I think you absolutely need to hear, and it's how true health and true wealth come through action, not expectation. So, I've been thinking a lot about the whole thing of health and wealth and how now for what 20, 30 years that's been such a big part of our world and even of the evangelical church. But I do not believe in that health and wealth gospel. I am not embracing that at all. I don't preach that. I don't preach that if you pray hard enough, God's going to just dump all this money on you or give you good health. I do not believe that. God does bless us tremendously, and He does want us to pray for Him and to ask for things, but He is not going to just all of a sudden dump all this wealth on us. It's That's just not the way it is. We're not going to just sit here. We're not going to sit back and just wait for God to bless us, even though we do expect blessings from Him because He does love to give gifts to His children, to give good gifts. But you know what? It's not how I live my life. I live my life taking massive action every day, taking massive action. So let's talk about health first. I'm healthy, but it didn't happen by accident. It is the result of educating myself, spending a lot of time. In fact, I spend usually several hours a week educating myself on health, usually at least 30 minutes a day, and sometimes more depending on who I'm listening to, what the podcast is. And then I take steps. I implement what I've learned. And sometimes I implement those steps for about a week and then I stop and I completely forget about them and maybe we'll revisit them later. But what I really work on is becoming very consistent with what I am doing every day as far as my health. My health, I mean, I do a lot of things that are pretty drastic to most people. In fact, my good friend who knows I don't eat sugar sent me a birthday wish saying, "What'd you have? Cabbage cake." I started laughing. Oh my gosh. I had to learn it the hard way because you know what? I was a sugar addict. I mean, I loved sugar and I loved chocolate and I loved hot bread and butter. So I was definitely an addict. But now, I've got it figured out for what works best for me. And that's what I really encourage you to do is to find who you want to trust as far as health is concerned. I'm available for, if you have questions and you want to talk about things. I actually do a ketogenic diet, which I have found to be the very best thing for me. But here's what I'm hearing over and over again. Moms are saying to me, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. But oftentimes they're not willing to take the really massive action you need to do. We now know, even though you'll still hear the opposite of this, but we now know that it's not the amount of calories that come in and the amount of exercise that you do, that type of thing. We now know it really is more important what the actual foods are that you're eating and how that's affecting your insulin. Well, all of that for a bigger talk. But for what I'm saying is, I really want you to take action. So learn what you do want to do, what needs to be done, and then take action with that. Years and years ago, if I wanted to lose weight, I would do my all no white plan. And what that meant to me was I was not going to eat any of the white foods, which meant potatoes and bananas and sugar and bread. And I cut those out. I always would lose weight. But as I got older, and as we all, especially as women, get older, and then our hormones really shift, it's harder to lose weight. So, what I really want to do is to have you begin to educate yourself about what good nutrition really is. Start to look for videos that are talking about insulin resistance. Those are going to be some of the best things you can listen to. And then the other thing is about bringing movement to your life. I mean, bring movement into your life where every single day you are moving more today than last day, or the more than yesterday, moving more this week than you did last week, moving more this year than you did last year. And I'm proud to say that at 71, I am definitely moving more this year than I was last year, but I'm also moving more in February than I did in January. So here's the thing, these same principles of educating yourself and taking action apply to wealth. So again, remember, I am not preaching health and wealth. I will not, you'll never hear me preaching health and wealth from the standpoint of just praying God's going to dump all this money on you. But there is an abundance of everything around us. I mean, just look out your window or go outside. Look up at the sky, the abundance of the sky. Look at the trees and the grass. There is such an abundance. And I hope that you have at least one person in your life that just shares an abundance of love with you every day, an abundance of love. That's what I had both in my late husband and in my late friend Carol Ann, who passed a year and a half ago. I knew, and it really brings me to tears, because I knew that anytime I could pick up the phone and talk to either one of these dear people in my life, and they would shower abundance of love on me. But I didn't get where I am today by waiting for money to flow into my bank account. I started working for it. And I had this moment a few years ago when I realized that financial freedom was not going to magically appear, and no one was coming to rescue me. Oh, how I longed to be a damsel in distress and have my knight in shining armor come and rescue me. Oh, I know for some of you that probably sounds so ridiculous, but that was my dream for many, many, many years. And I mean, I did have that in the sense that my fantastic husband Duncan really was my knight in shining armor. I loved and you just adored him, and the same with he about me. But what truly creates wealth? Well, first of all, I want to say anybody can be wealthy. Now, let me back that up, because I do believe that there are certain countries that people are living in. They do not have the resources and they do not have the opportunities that we have. But here in America, I really believe that anybody who wants to be wealthy can be wealthy. And I'm very passionate about these principles. And these are the principles. Develop multiple streams of income. So don't just have your income coming in from one source. Find 2, 3 sources. Interest from your savings account. I do not care if you look at your savings account statement at the end of the month and it says you made 37 cents this week or this month. Yes, you're going to celebrate 37 cents you made. So you're going to want to develop multiple streams of income. And I want you to learn how money really works. Not what we're taught in school, because if you're anything like me, I got no education at all about wealth or finances, money, nada, nothing did I get in all my years of growing up. And I didn't get it from my parents either. Even though I know without a doubt that my dad, who handled all the finances, really managed our finances beautifully. I bet they were never in debt. Maybe for the house. But other than that, I don't think they were ever in debt. Investing consistently, even small amounts add up, and building assets that work for you while you sleep. That's part of my mantra is I love making money while I'm sleeping. Create value for others in a way that energizes you. So what can you do right now? And let me share some practical tips with you. Start small, but actually start. I love this about my daughter-in-law, who back in the fall realized that financially things were not going very well. And she took massive action. She educated herself. She did what they said, which create a budget, know exactly where your money's going, and then actually budget the money so that you decide, okay, I'm going to spend this much on Christmas and I'm going to spend this much on birthdays. And that's exactly what she did. It has revolutionized her financial health. Okay, so for health, I want you to drink half your body weight in ounces of water each day. All right, so here's the thing is I've been doing that for a long, long time. I don't know, years. But my I have a dental procedure tomorrow that requires a little bit of surgery. And my dentist said, I want you to drink 3 liters of water a day. Well, 3 liters is a lot for me to drink. But of course, I wanted to follow her rules. So I started drinking 3 liters. I cannot believe the difference that I feel. I definitely feel my hydration. So, anyway, drink half your body weight in ounces of water. Try adding one vegetable to every meal. I remember when my late husband Duncan was really wanting to lose weight, and he needed to lose about 50 pounds, I think, which that's a lot of weight. But he had been used to eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day. Well, that doesn't seem like it's bad at all. But I suggested to him, why don't you do half of a sandwich and a big salad? Well, he started doing that. He loved the salad. He started to feel so much better that he said, I don't even want the sandwich anymore. So he ditched the sandwich and just stayed with the salad. Well, that led to other changes that he made. And over a period of time, and I don't remember how many months, he lost that 50 pounds. And here was the beautiful thing is he had already been diagnosed with high blood pressure and had been taking high blood pressure medication. But once he lost these 50 pounds, his blood pressure came down to normal. For wealth, I want you to track every dollar coming in and going out for a month. Do it for a month. You will be surprised. And that's what my daughter-in-law found is she said, oh my goodness, we spent this much on junk food, or I don't remember the specifics. But anyway, she was starting to see where their money was going. Now, at the end of the month, they have money left over, whereas before they didn't have enough money to last till the end of the month. Set aside even $5 a week toward your first investment and brainstorm 20 ways you could create value for others. Vanguard is a good way to invest money. You can do your IRA there. You can also invest in stock and mutual funds. So I want you to start with $5 a week if you can. And if you can't, then $2 a week. Be ridiculously consistent. And I mean ridiculously consistent. Those small daily actions, they create real transformation. Consistency beats intensity every single time and create systems that make healthy choices your default. I want you to automate your finances whenever possible. So I have it set up so automatically every month a certain amount goes into my IRA. That way I don't have to worry about it when I get to the end of the year. My IRA is populated as I wanted it to be, and voila, whatever, it's there. And then review your progress weekly, not just when you feel like it, but really review it weekly. And then I want you to trust the process, even when it's hard. Success is never linear. It never just goes, yeah, totally successful, but it's up and it's down and it's up and it's down. And I had quite a major setback myself this morning, one that I had not expected. And my initial reaction was to, just a panic, just want to panic. And then I said, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to focus instead on the abundance that surrounds me, and I am going to look at this as the curriculum of my life, that whatever I'm learning in this lesson today, I will be able to teach to others either today or tomorrow. And then I want you to focus on the daily process, not just the outcome, but the daily process. Stay present. Enjoy that walk that you take. I really encourage everybody to walk 30 minutes every morning. You can do it anytime. For me, it resets everything about me, and it's just such a game changer for me. I want you to celebrate small wins. You know me, I love to celebrate because I want you to build momentum. And then I want you to build community. We talked about this before. It is super important that you surround yourself with people who are like-minded, who are heading in the same direction you're headed. They're wanting to learn, they're wanting to grow, they're wanting to expand. And remember your why when your motivation fades. And we didn't even talk about your why, but your why is a very important thing to say. Why am I doing this? Why does this matter? Why is this important? And think about this, where focus goes, energy flows. So when you know that your why is, and I can tell you, my big why is to build the inn at Bountiful, where truth, goodness, and beauty abound, and love, joy, and laughter resound. And that is a huge why for me. I'm building it for family and friends. So remember, when your why starts to fade, your motivation starts to fade. So remember your why. All right, I'm super proud of you for taking time to invest in yourself today. I tell you, I absolutely love coming here and having these brief moments with you. I know that your life is full, I know your life is busy, but thank you for letting me be a part of your full and busy life. You are not just doing this for yourself, but you're doing it for your children and for your children's children. So if you're ready to take real action towards creating health and wealth in your life, I am the person to go to. I can help you go deeper. I've created a special coaching program that will guide you step by step through creating abundance through action. It's not about quick fixes or overnight success, but it's about sustainable transformation. So click the link below. It'll take you over to an email for you to send, and we will get you started on your journey. And just remember that health and wealth don't happen by chance. They happen by choice, by action, and by surrounding yourself with the right support, the right people. You absolutely deserve the abundant life you're creating. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.